AssemblyTV 2015 demo Compo Studio. Let's have the guests introduce themselves.
Okay, I am Merlucin from Spons, one of the last Spanish demo groups. And should I say something more? Like I came from Spain, and no, I didn't participate in this Compo.
I'm Navis from ASD, and I've been here before, and I'm very happy to be here again.
I'm Frequent from Efedrena. This is my third assembly, and I've been in the demo scene in the last 20 years.
I'm Sir Garbage Truck from Accession. I have never been here, and I am not here now.
Hello, I'm Branch from the groups Tarha Tarha and the Royal Elite Ninjas Incorporated. Yeah, I made a demo in the demo competition.
And I'm Sedok from Aggression, also Alt Party as well.
Okay, so that was an amazing demo Compo this year. What did you think of it?
Well, one of the best demo combos that I've seen in several years. So we got like ASD, we got CNCD up against each other, but then we got some surprises as well. So it's not like a 2-horse race. It's like, I think it's like a 4-horse race even. It's going to be tight. Really good stuff. Even from new groups as well.
I'd say 1/3. Well, okay, there's going to be the top 5 anyway, but I would say there's 5 of them that could come out on top, and then there are 10 of them that could be in the top 5. That's what I would basically put it at. There are no bad demos in this bunch. No compo filler, which is, compo filler is when you have something that somebody makes on the spot just to make sure that you have enough entries to fill it out. What did you think? You made a demo, so did you. So
yeah, I think so. My favorite ones, apart from maybe the more obvious first
you might
3.
like your own demo.
Let's say apart from my demo, I have some favorites that you may not like, or some other people may not like, or some people may like, and that's the beauty of this combo this time.
Yeah.
It had a bit of for everybody, and it was quite long. I didn't expect. Nobody expected that we have 15 demos this time. It was very interesting, and there were a couple of good demos in the middle. Usually you put the big good demos to the end, but this time it had a bit of everything at the end. I'm very happy about it.
You have not mentioned that there were a lot of WebGL demos. A lot of them. It was very surprising for me. How many? Like 5 maybe?
How many?
How many demos?
15.
WebGL.
15.
WebGL demos. WebGL demos. You know WebGL,
5, 6,
this
5,
thing with
6.
the browser.
Yeah. I'm not a big
and
fan.
3 years and things like that. You have to try it.
Well, the problem with WebGL is that there's not many tools for it. I mean, you have to develop almost everything by yourself. I mean, yeah, there's GNU Rocket, but that's about it. So it's kind of a too new platform, and it's not totally developed yet.
So you're saying that WebGL is like the real coder platform?
Right now, maybe yes. Hopefully not in the future.
So there were a lot of really famous names in this Compo, and then also some surprises. What was the most surprising thing for you in this Compo?
I think the third last one called the demo tool
Expert.
by the experts.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Surprised by it. I didn't expect anything like that. So that was one of the big surprises in my opinion. I don't know what you other think.
Yeah, it was made with Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
So
Unreal Engine
that
4.
helps a lot.
Yeah, that's true. It helps very much.
Yeah, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to code every shader and so on.
Is it the one that was something like 0.5 gigabyte? Because I know that
Dude, we didn't get given those statistics.
So
I know that there is a demo that's uncompressed, is over 1 gigabyte.
That's the watercolor demo. The watercolor demo is the one with like it was like 4th or 5th or something like that. It had these like watercolor effects and stuff like that. So that was over uncompressed. It was like over a gigabyte. So.
Because I would expect from somebody like Pyrotech to have this, because they use big models and textures and things like that. But
no, it was that one. But yeah, I think actually that was one of the surprise entries for me. Like, you guys don't remember, but I think I really liked that one. It was very different. But we were just discussing that this was the demo compo where Epoch kind of reached tier 1 demo group status in my eyes. So they did an awesome job with Emix, and I really like that demo.
Yeah.
And before, they haven't made a name for themselves so much, but now I think they're up there with, like, you know, CNCD and you guys and everybody else.
The Epoch basically it had a few scenes that were very well made, and the effect, the post-processing was maybe it looks simple, but it must have been quite complicated. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was I think a 6-minute demo which has had 3 tracks combined into one, and I think they had like 6 or 8 effects only in the demo. So that's quite a feat to stretch 8 effects into one demo.
It's a shame that it was quite early on. So maybe the people who watch and they think that okay, the best demos go to at the end would look at it and will not really get that it is actually a very good demo that will.
But didn't you track and set up? Weren't you in the jury?
I was not. No.
Didn't you decide? Which
You don't decide these things.
So this was done slightly non-traditional this time, because we're on a live TV broadcast, so they didn't want to have like all the great ones at the end. They wanted to mix it up to keep it a bit more interesting along the way.
But there weren't any bad demos in the demo competition this time. I mean, every demo was really awesome, or someone improved themselves in this demo competition from previous years.
Now, Emix, I think, is going to be fun to watch on YouTube. The comments will be like, somebody did the compression all wrong.
Yeah, that was. I was thinking that they were really messing with the fact that it was going to be on television, and that people would look at it and think that something was wrong. And I loved that it went from this particular production to the watercolor one. That transition between this and the next, I thought, was very well done for broadcast.
It reminds me a lot of the Coolers, the X-Mix demo.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that was planned to have a kind of a similar demo, not exactly the same demo.
2015, because that was
2004.
like 11 years ago.
2004.
It was 2004. Yeah. X-Mix 2004, MFX and Coolers.
But I actually agree with Jussi Suabis that this is maybe like the VJ kind of demo. So more maybe than X-Mix. I mean, X-Mix had like separate sections and separate tracks, and really loved that demo. This was slightly different. So I still get more of an old Amiga techno demo vibe. I used to really love those old techno demos in the 90s.
At the same time, you have the Hackers demo with the filtered image. They also used it to look a bit downscaled.
It kind of remind me of a certain Fairlight CNCD demo from like the Envision invitation. It looked a bit similar.
It might be true, but this time they didn't use the CRT mode that they used previously, but you could see that it looked like an old TV. This time they have the flat screen mode, so there are a difference this time.
Also, they had that little DOS box thing that popped up that had the ASCII animation within it, and it said that your computer is now a explosive device.
But I don't understand this. It's spoiling a little bit, because you have in the background a really nice effect. It's really nice. It looks. If you consider that there were, I think that before that there were like 3 or 4 demos.
Yes, 3 demos before.
and this was on a different league, like the next step, let's say, and then you put the DOS box. Why do you do this?
But it fits. It fits in with the whole idea. If you read the scroller and everything, it was an advertisement for an upcoming hacker conference.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the little DOS box comes in with essentially a virus. So it fits right in with the whole theme.
Okay.
Hey, so the thing is that there was only, I think, one effect, right? There was only one effect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Other than the animation, yes.
yeah, it was too long on the screen, and they had to do something, and they had that command line pop up for the jokes.
But was this the only invitation, actually? Because this is the only invitation demo.
You're
That
right.
was the only invitation.
That's right.
And it wasn't an
Yes.
actual invitation.
Yeah.
But yeah, there
It's a
were
bit
no
rare,
invitations.
isn't it? For over 15 demos, a competition that runs over 1 hour, to have just one.
And the funny thing is that they didn't actually have to say to anybody, "Hey, we're going to be on broadcast television. Maybe don't do an invite because that's maybe an issue." And we just didn't have it.
So for the viewers watching who aren't familiar with the demo scene, so one of the things that a lot of groups tend to do is that they make demos which are actually invitations to new parties, typically, or other events coming up. And you can participate with those, of course, in other competitions, and that's a way to advertise things that you're doing.
Could we shortly talk about greetings? What are greetings?
Yeah, we could. We could totally talk about greetings. Because some of the demos did have greetings that were very long, and others had hidden greetings. Greetings are a way of showing respect or saying hi to your friends in a production. And greetings can go, that's really the two extremes. You're either saying these are the groups who we admire and appreciate, that we consider to be our peers. And then on the other hand, there's these are all of my friends that I want to make sure that they know, and I want to say hi to them in my production. And that's what greets are, Greetz, or Z.
Then you have the third thing. That's something my group is responsible, and it's simply not have greetings in the demo at all.
That's true, you do that.
And the reason for that, some people think is a bit odd, but the fact is that when we developed our demos, we never had time to do a text writer. So we just skipped the whole thing, and our coder was very fond of, I'm not interested in text, just give me an effect. So he was doing it that way, and as a result, we rarely get any greetings at all. So, okay, that's life.
Well, the problem in greetings is that it kind of breaks the mood in the demos, but sometimes if you have a cool scene that needs text, then it's perfect for those.
I really agree with you, but then you have to have the right scene. Then we rarely had that in our demos. We had too much other things going on, so we decided not to have greetings in the demo itself, but we kept it in the README file.
So shall we talk about these demos then? Shall we talk about expert?
Yeah, let's talk about the expert demo.
Oh, I was unexpected.
Did you see the earlier expert demo?
I didn't know. I had a search after I saw the demos earlier today, and I said, this is the best, okay.
Yeah.
So
that's your favorite of all of them?
No, it's not my favorite.
Okay.
But it's my favorite unexpected one, let's say. The problem with the experts is that you can see that they are, the quality is really good of the rendering and everything, but they make few mistakes. If they didn't do them, it would be just another level.
by the way, this is mostly done by one guy.
Yeah.
So, but
Sure.
Previously they didn't have, they weren't using Unreal Engine. They were using their own engine, which didn't result in as good demos. So Unreal Engine seems to do some magic.
Well, I don't know. For some reason, it reminds me quite a lot of. Remember this? I think it was called Maxon, the animation.
Oh yeah,
They are really good
cheese.
quality. Yeah. These guys. But I think that they have a really good eye for design. But a few mistakes in there, like, okay, this was a good scene, but a few mistakes in there. I'm sure that they will be a very important force in the demo scene
Did
very
you
soon.
like this scene right here with the
The Greek.
Yeah.
I really liked this because
Yeah.
for me this was sort of like a modern take on classic demo effects, that this is the kind of thing you would have seen maybe 20 years ago in almost every demo.
Ah, yes.
This was quite vaporwave type. If people know what that means, it's kind of this style that imitates the best things from the mid 80s to mid 90s kind of style in television and so on. So this was very close to it, but at the end it kind of broke that style, and maybe it should have kept that style to the end.
Yeah, the scene with the guys dancing, I thought actually that was the scene where all the half gigabyte went into. That was quite well made. It's because of the depth of field effect. It's like as Fairlight quality sort of thing, and the shading and all that.
So just missing a scene from Miami Vice, you know,
Yeah.
speedboats and stuff like that.
Yeah, this bokeh effect. And it's well made. It's good effect. It's good effect.
You're too quiet. What did you think?
Well, I was wondering if they have a demo editor, or they code everything like navies by hand, because well, I had to code my own demo editor, no, and I was surprised by the lens flare, and that's very well synced with the music, and I was wondering if they put by hand, or they were appearing because of the rendering. But it was just thinking about that. I will never get the response. That was the thing that I like the most about this one. Oh.
So what do you think of that? The Fairlight.
I'm just going to ask. Okay, you're an Atari person.
For me, as an Atari person, I don't know what this has to do with Atari. I don't know. But
no, it has everything to do with Amiga.
No. So this demo for me, in a way, it was kind of slight repeat of last year's winner. In some of the line techniques and the color scheme. I mean, this was CNCD is always quality. This was not my favorite CNCD, but it was still quality. This effect with the growing things coming out of the ground, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
that was my favorite
I
bit.
loved that part.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Or is it skin? I don't know what it is.
And this bit.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. The trees and the gold. This was beautiful, really beautiful stuff. But the track was not maybe my favorite this time. A few points for the Vectrex style sort of effects at some point.
Yeah, I when I first saw it, that's the second time I say it, I thought that's maybe in a way, it's cheap. Sentimentalism because of the Amiga thing, and because I have found the hard way, let's say, in the past, in the very long past, what it means for a demo to show bombastic image of Amiga, so that people go, yeah, let's vote Amiga. I thought, it's another one of these demos that try to suck people in, but it really isn't there, because you may know nothing about ham and still enjoy it. I would say it's in a way it's a mixed bags. There are maybe 9/10 of the demo is amazing, but there is 1/10 which is for some reason it looks like it's half finished. I especially remember a part where you get this sort of Amiga balls thing, and you have these particles spinning out, and it's very small things, yeah. So these particles don't seem to fade out; they just disappear. And I think, how did they not, like here, okay, they actually fade out a little bit, but it just, it seems a little bit disconnected.
Yeah,
here's the Vectrex bit, like this, what I was talking about.
Yeah, I can see that, because there's particles kind of coming in a small part in the object.
It's very, very small detail, but this is a testament of what the quality of what we expect from these guys.
Yeah.
And I think that it's what is maybe a little bit more evident is that you basically have the demo engine, and desktop, and the other guys they're putting parts together. But they need maybe to develop new things. Whenever Fairlight develops new things, then you have a fantastic demo.
You're burying yourself, you understand?
I'm what?
You're burying yourself.
Not really.
Everything that you just said, you could apply to your demo.
I was thinking the same.
Well, it's very likely your group will win. So
It's okay.
I do
Either
also,
way.
on that note, I mean, even though you could, maybe that's a good thing that you can actually apply that to your own thing, because then you can actually look at it and decide whether you want to continue in that vein or do something different, because you do different types of demos. Sometimes you'll go off and do something completely new, and sometimes you'll do something similar to one that you did before. And I have to admit, I really enjoyed seeing this type of ASD demo back here. So in the past, I may have been very critical of them, and it was just kind of a joy.
Long past.
It was
10 years ago.
It was a joy to see this sort of thing back. And I also have to admit that one of the things that struck me in the middle of it was, boy, I can't wait to see this one with messed up NVIDIA drivers.
No, it works on NVIDIA.
I have to admit, and here is where I can excuse myself slightly as an Atari guy, that I only now got the hold and modify thing. It's like, how stupid am I? All right, but actually, I mean, this demo, okay, apart from the title, didn't really have that much.
No,
like in reference to like the old Amiga stuff.
No, it wasn't blatant, but it was there, and that's what I liked about it. I kind of feel, okay, I got my big Amiga thing from this party, which I didn't get from the Amiga things. There wasn't anything huge about it. I loved all of them, but this was kind of like, okay, yeah, I can walk away from this party and say, yeah, we did do the Amiga right.
So, what really struck me as a new thing in the demo scene, many people have tried to have some kind of story or message in their demos and kind of failed, but this one did deliver story and the message quite well.
Are we talking about the ASD demo?
Yeah, ASD.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we were trying to say story basically from like a creation, like microcosmos, so elementary particles, and then bigger things and bigger, and then humans and blah blah, and then
this is like the
we ran out of time.
cycle of life.
Yeah, in a way, we didn't run out of time, but when you hit the 8 minutes, you know you need to stop.
But shout outs to Trilobit or Quadtrip for also doing kind of a story like or a message like demo, and Yuki as well.
Yeah.
You got a political message from the Quadrip. Tell me about the political, because I missed that in the Quadrip demo, the political thing.
Oh yeah, that was right there.
Yeah, I think it was kind of about the cycle of life being too quick. I mean, there's too much stuff to do nowadays. There's too much internet. There's too much working. There's too much everything. And also there was like kind of a message on the sex equality stuff.
Damn, I totally missed that. Okay, I need to see this demo again. Okay.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say that I really like that minimalistic graphics that you're running on the top of there, and then have those colors in the background. And the risk of failing here is very big, but I think you really made it the right way. So I really like this.
Absolutely.
It's like a Satori coming. In a way.
Yeah, it is it's a risky thing, and I'm glad that we had both this type of risky thing and the one that was an X-Mix thing, and now I can't. Yeah, the Emix, yes. And before we move on, because we might just skip over them, I want to send props out to the guys at Primitive. The Primitive demo was their third production ever. Well, okay, for WebGL, it's the third production that T101 has acted as a coder rather than a musician. And he's continuing to step up his game each time.
In very short lifespan.
Oh yeah,
it's been what time? Yeah.
Just
been
to let
2
everybody
months,
know,
right?
we've got about 5 minutes left in our broadcast.
Okay.
I'll be quiet now.
So maybe we could talk about some more of the demos. One that I found really visually appealing.
We can't hear you over the screen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So we've got about 5 minutes left. So maybe we could talk about some more of the demos. And one that I really found visually appealing was number 12, Ratava. And with
What?
Number 12, the
number
Pyrotech.
12,
Oh, yes, the Pyrotech. Okay, I really like the Pyrotech one, and I'm very sorry that Division isn't here this year.
Yeah, I was thinking what is missing is Division.
Because it would have, I mean, in the past couple of years, we've had Pyrotech versus Division, and it's been fun watching them both get to a higher level. This is the best Pyrotech demo that we've seen. I really enjoyed the rendering. I will be quiet now.
Sorry, I disagree. Really,
For me, I still have a problem with Pyrotech. I know that they have the skills to code a good demo, but they're just trying too much. They're throwing too much at your face. There's this wonderful scene where you go into the cave and there's like a caveman playing along with the music.
Oh, I missed
And
that.
then they throw in like extra stuff there that just didn't need to be there. It was like beautiful as it was. So I still feel that they need to mature somehow.
And another problem is that at the big screen, the brightness were a bit too bright, perhaps. So, because I can see now that the color settings is better on the big screen that we're looking at now than in the big screen during the Compo. Because then it was much more blurry.
The thing is that you make a demo like that, and then people will say, okay, I've been playing a Far Cry or something like that, and it's a million times better. And we know that it is. So why do you compete on the same level with something that's already out there and it's just bland reality? You can do so much more. You have the freedom to do whatever. Just so many resources, unbelievable amount of work. It's unbelievable, but it's just a flyby, really. It's like 10 years ago.
It is, and that's why it has to have those extra things. And I just now saw the caveman, and now I know why they put him in there. That's a reference to last year's demo.
Well, I like the caveman. That was positive, but what I didn't like was throwing in the extra glitter things, and it lost a sense of style and too much camera action. It was just like it's
But
just
then
too
if you
much.
don't have that, how is it not more of a flyby?
Well, because you don't have to fly by. I mean, you just focus on have like less camera action, do something beautiful, get the design right.
Okay. I see where you're going with it. It could use that. It could
I
use
mean,
more static. Because they have the talent to pull it off. You're right.
They can code anything. So let's get is somebody in the group that will say no, we're not going to do this, we're going to do that instead.
Another thing I would really like to see from Pyrotech, I'd like them to do more than one demo a year, because I think that would also help.
No, I've heard that they are way too busy to do anything but one demo a year.
And I fully understand that, but I'd love to see it.
Not probably going to happen.
I understand.
yeah, sorry to stop things, but we're almost out of time here tonight. So I think we'll have to wrap this up. And I'd like to thank all of the viewers who've been watching this broadcast all evening. And please visit assembly.org for more information about the Assembly Demo Party. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of Assembly 2015.